think you're muted. Nope, still muted. There you go. No?
What the fuck?
There you go.
Okay. There's too much shit going on at one time on this thing. I told you, like, my computer is getting ready to explode. I realize that it's like eventually it's not going to last much longer. But it's time to finish this, man. We got to finish the game here with this goddamn awful Vinegar Syndrome series of sales. And today, I'm just going to tell you, because I already went through and bought some stuff prior to.
What is going on? You're still muted. There you go. You're good now.
What in the hell is going on here?
I don't know, man. It played the intro twice.
Okay, that's enough of that shit. Please
we're good.
stop. Okay. I'm hoping we are, because if it starts up again, I'm going to throw his computer out the fucking window. Anyway, I think today might be the best day of the sale. That's what I was going to say. Because, like, we had $18 4K sale today, and it's actually, like, fairly decent.
Yeah,
definitely. But, like, what you were saying was, like, there seems to be a bit of, as they would say, controversy about this sale, and I'm trying to figure out what in the hell are people bitching about.
Yeah. So, you know how the Facebook groups are, man. Like, there's people that just they're not happy about discount sales. Apparently, they're subscribers were complaining on the Facebook page that the titles this week have been cheaper than what they are when they're a subscriber, because when you're a subscriber you pay the one fee at the beginning of the year, and then you get I don't know, God knows how many titles throughout the year, and you average it out to I don't know what the titles come to, but apparently the titles during these sales have been cheaper than that. So they're, well, I'm just not going to subscribe anymore. And in my opinion, it's like, then I don't know why you would want to subscribe in the first place because it's so expensive. And as if people don't spend enough money on these titles throughout the year as it is. My opinion is just wait until a discount sale, unless it's something that you absolutely want or feel like you need, like, right away, which for me doesn't really happen that often.
No, me either. And that's my thing too. Like, I would venture to bet that most people that buy stuff from Vinegar Syndrome are not subscribers. So it's like, of course, they're going to want to, like, appeal to that audience more so than the subscribers, because that's probably what they make like 80 to 90% of their money. Like, I'd say that, that's maybe 20%, 15 to 20% of anybody subscribes to that shit, because it's just so expensive anyway.
What is it, like $800 or $900?
It was over 1,000 at one point. I don't know what it was this last time, but, like, yeah, it's usually around that area. And it's like, if you do that, then God bless you and everything. But, like, most people just buy stuff willy-nilly on there whenever they want to. So that's what I was saying.
It's quality over quantity for me. Like, I just, looking at the titles that come out throughout the year, I'm like, if I was getting all these in a subscriber package and I paid $800 or $900, $1,000, whatever, I'd be trying to offload most of these titles and sell them.
But that's what most people do anyway. Like, that's the thing that they don't talk about, is like most people take 3 or 4 titles out of each sale and, like, they sell them and make the money back. So they really don't pay anything to subscribe. So quit bitching. Basically just like getting the shit for free.
Yeah. But basically that's just my opinion. Is like I almost never buy stuff at full price, like whenever it first comes on the site, because I know that it's going to be discounted in 5 months or sometimes even 6 months or even less than that. But you can't control what titles are going to come up in these random sales like they're doing this week. Uh,
No.
but it's the same thing with Criterion. Like, why are you buying a new release unless it's something like I said that you really want, like To Live and Die in LA, for example? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy that like day one, obviously. But um, like so many people just every month go on there and buy like everything that comes out, and I'm like, why don't you just wait? If you're gonna complain about the price later, that is, like if you want to buy it now and you don't care about it being discounted later, then no
Well,
big deal.
yeah, like you were saying, like because a lot of people they will like buy it like right out of the gate, and a lot of titles that are not even like huge titles that they really wanted, but almost nothing sells out anymore
No,
because they up the amount that they've made, and because of that, like they just don't sell out like they used to. So you can wait around for any of these sales, and like you will eventually be able to get them at discounted prices. So chill out. Like, don't buy shit like right when it comes out, and then it'll be back around. I promise. Like, they're not going to sell out.
it works for
Very
me,
rarely do
man.
they.
Works for me every time. You just wait. Now, whenever they have a subscriber package, like for the halfway to Black Friday sale, like a couple of years ago, whenever it was what, like $200 for all those titles, and you pretty much know those are good titles,
Yeah,
then go for it. Like I did that. I was a subscriber for that halfway sale. Uh, when it was what, Horror High and
Stanley.
Stanley and like those other
Yeah,
titles, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like more people should not be buying monthly and just wait. If you're going to complain about the pricing, then just wait. Like, why
yeah.
are you
Look,
buying it their way?
it's like I
God,
was telling you. Like, leave it up to Vinegar Syndrome fans to bitch about getting a deal on stuff. They're like, "How dare you give us deals on these 4Ks, sons of bitches."
yeah, yeah. I see. Somebody said they're lowering their print runs. I think they might, because you see the amount of titles that they have
Yeah,
this week that are still over 1,000 after being discounted. Like they still have over 1,000 left.
yeah, I mean, we're gonna get into the sale in a minute, but like there was a couple on there I couldn't believe still had over 1,000 on them. Like I didn't even think they'd be part of the sale. But real quick though, we got retro horror, Barney the Cantankerous, Eric Perry's in here, the 4K tent revival, retro horror. Again, I said that. Joe Jack, Daniel Zabalos, Corey Conway, Anthony. How you doing, man? Caveman movies, Movie Junkie John, Blood Force. Did I say Blood Force already? I may have. Alyssa Milano, star of Teen Wolf 3. I mean, all of the classics are in here. So Corey wants to know, have they ever said how many subscribers that they have? Not to my knowledge. Like that's never been
I don't
publicly
think so.
addressed or anything. That'd be interesting to know though. I would love to know that.
I would too.
And then let's see. Alyssa Milano says, Uncle Bill, the sale is underwhelming. Most of the $14 titles were in the $10 sale. They must think we are stupid. That's true. There were a lot of like remember when they had the 10, like for the 10th anniversary thing, and they had the
Yeah,
$10 sale, and like a lot of those were the same titles. Like Curfew was in that. I remember that
yeah,
specifically because I bought it. But here's the thing, like most people should have bought those already then in the $10
yeah,
sale. So if
yeah,
you were going to do it, you'd already fucking done it,
yeah. And it's
by
four
that point.
bucks. You know, it's
Yeah.
$4.
Like I bought all the stuff that I could at that $10 sale because I knew that was probably never going to happen again.
Oh, I went all out on that. Yeah, I spent maybe the most I've ever spent on Vinegar Syndrome that week.
So 4K Tent Revival says, I don't know what the inside knowledge he might have into this is, that there's over 2,000 subscribers for 2023. So that's like, okay, that's like what, $200,000 just on like,
Do some quick math here.
yeah, on subscriptions alone.
I
Uh,
just I don't know if it's just like me, but I'm kind of shocked by that. Like how many people are buying? That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
it's
That's
a
like
lot. Yeah. And if you consider that, I'll bet that that's not, like I said, anywhere near the amount of people that buy stuff on that site either. Like, are actually subscribed to it. Nobody I know is subscribed to it. Like, out of all the people that we talk to and stuff like that. So it's like,
I would never. I just, like I said, like looking at the titles that they put out, I only end up getting a handful every year, just a handful of titles from them, and it's always at a discount. So, like I said before, I would be like, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want that title, and like, I just want to. Now I'm gonna have to try and sell it, and it's too much of a pain.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you got to be patient. You got to be like, I know it's coming out. I know it's going to be on sale in 4 or 5 months. Like, just wait. You know, we all know that you have a stack of DVDs and Blu-rays sitting there that you haven't opened yet. Because I'm like that too. You know, we're all like that. It's FOMO.
It is like, and that's the one thing that I hate most about all of this is the FOMO about it. But yeah, so my math is not very good. Clearly, I'm from Eastern Kentucky. That's $2 million that they're making on subscriptions.
Oh my God, dude.
If that's true, they're making $2 million on just subs alone, then that company's making a damn fortune.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not trying to add to the the drama of the complaints or anything. Like, I get being like a little bummed if something is on sale and you're like, oh, I just bought it or whatever. Like, everybody likes to get shit for cheaper, for at a discount. But some people, you just wonder, like, if you knew this sale was coming up this week and you thought there's a title I want, it might be in that sale. Why don't I just wait?
Yeah.
Just wait.
So let's run through the titles, though. We haven't even talked about that yet. So
yeah, definitely.
I was looking at this earlier, and I was kind of amazed at a couple of these that were on here. So I'm curious if you kind of share my amazement with some of these. So they had the $18 4K sale, and the very first one that's up on there was one that I thought was out of print for some reason. Like, I don't know what made me think this, but I didn't buy it for a long time because I thought that they didn't have any of the ones with the slipcover. But the Beastmaster in 4K was $18, and it's the one with the slipcover and everything. Checked on it, and they've still got over 1,000.
So what happened with that one was, whenever they initially released it, you had the VSA or the VSU box, like with the magnet that opens up, and then they, like, as soon as that went out of print, that even like I think it was that day, they then put up this standard edition which still has a slip cover. So you're basically just getting the movie with a slip cover that's in that VSA box. You're just not getting the box or like the book that came with it. So that's a great deal.
Yeah, so I bought that sumbitch because I don't even own that.
Oh, I thought you had that. Okay.
No, I never bought it because I always, like, by the time I got around to like buying it, I thought that it was already like standard edition. So I just never ended up buying it. And it was always too damn high, but I don't know why I just didn't look into it. But then you got Gunpowder and Sky releasing, is putting out Prospect and Awaken, which I've never heard of either one of those.
I checked out the trailer for Prospect earlier, and it's also on Tubi. It's like a low budget. It almost reminds me of that that movie that the guy who did Ex Machina did. The one with the people in the what the hell was that movie called?
Help me out.
Damn it. I'm totally
give me something.
Yeah, they with the bear monster.
Oh,
I'm totally blanking on the name of it.
I know what you're talking about. Like, I know exactly the movie you're talking about now. And I watched it. I still can't remember the name of it. Yeah.
So like the trailer kind of reminded me of that. It's like a space western. Blood Force International said, yeah, that's a pretty good, way to describe it. But I haven't seen that. I've heard mixed things on it, so I'm thinking that one might be just a Tubi watch for me. But it looks really cool. Like, just even by the trailer, it looks like the 4K would at least look really, really good.
Yeah.
And that the same thing with that that other one that they're doing, Gun Awaken.
Uh-huh.
That just to me, it's literally just you know those demos that they put on a TV at the store for like
Yeah.
4K. It looks like that. That's like all it is.
So that's yeah. That could
So
be good or bad. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to.
yeah,
Uh,
like if you have like a really nice setup and you like watching like highlight reels of like extremely high definition video and like that'd be cool, I guess, but I don't see much rewatch value in that for me, so I'm skipping that one.
what's up, Megavania fan, and also Perry? Yeah, Perry, I'll get to that in a minute about any kind of recommendations here from this sale. But I got super excited about this next one until I saw that it was just like the standard edition, and I'm like, hey, fuck. But it was Summer of '84, which is a great movie. It's out. It's been out for a while now. It's just the standard edition 4K for $18 though. They sold out of the slipcases apparently a while back.
I
I
haven't seen
really, you've never seen that movie, man?
No, I bought it though on the sale. I'm bummed
Oh,
about the
okay.
slip being out, obviously, because that's a great looking slip. But
Yeah,
I figured for the price, you know,
yeah.
I'll get it.
It's a good one. It's definitely worth that. Ebola syndrome. Now, I don't know if I could say I recommend Ebola syndrome. Like, it depends on what you're into, but like for Cat 3 films, like it's a good one.
It's
It's
really
pretty
fun.
entertaining. Yeah,
It's a really fun, entertaining movie. It's definitely not for everybody. For it's like that cannibal holocaust kind of stuff going on with like the animal cruelty, but
yeah.
it's hilarious. The movie's absolutely hilarious,
It
but
is funny. It's more like lighthearted than it is like serious or Cannibal Holocaust like or anything like that. Like,
it's black humor for sure.
yeah.
So that if you're into that kind of thing,
And
definitely
then
worth.
I wondered about this if they would put this out, and they did. And I highly 100% recommend that you get this. So, Madman is out on 4K with the slip, and there's over 1,000 of those left right now. Like, I would buy that
Yep.
immediately because that transfer is amazing. It really is great. And the special features are great. And we're on the special features. So, fucking buy it. You know what I mean?
I bought it. Yeah, I actually didn't have it. So I had the Arrow Blu-ray here, which is going to be going up for sale now. So I don't need this anymore. But what I didn't
Yeah.
realize was that this was actually a 4K transfer on this Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
I
I
had
didn't
no
know
idea.
that.
Yeah, it had been so long since I'd watched it. But this is a 2015 release. So apparently it was like one of their earlier kind of 4K transfers for Blu-ray. But this is region free. So, but if I got that 4K, then I'm gonna offload that.
And then this is the weirdest thing because I just bought this, and this does kind of piss me off, but it's just what you just take your chances, man. I still got it on sale at the last sale that they had, but this is cheaper than that was. So they got Schizoid and X-Ray on 4K, and that is a pretty cool double feature for $18, man. Like I would highly recommend that you just pick that up. It's 680 right now, which means it will sell out
It's
probably by the end of this.
I think so too because just the artwork on that alone. I think both poster art that they chose for that is sick. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I think both of those movies are on Tubi, but I bought it just for the fact that the price is right. Like I'd had my eye on that release for a while now, and I almost got it during that last what was it the halfway sale,
Yeah.
and I didn't end up getting it. So now, of course, sometimes it pays to wait. Like I said earlier, it pays to
That's
wait
what
for movies that
yeah, like you never know what they're going to do with these sales, so just kind of chill out and wait and see what happens a lot of times.
yeah,
But these next two I was kind of confused about because like didn't they come in a box set at one point?
they did. Yeah, I have that box set. It was really
Huh.
just both the movies. It's the Scanner Cop movies.
Yeah.
Um, it comes with both the discs, and they both have their own individual slip covers, and then a hard box over top of the outside, which had really awesome artwork on it. It was the same, basically the same concept as they did with the Thriller release with the two Blu-rays inside.
Yeah.
It was that exact same thing, and that those both of those titles are like must owns for me personally. some of the most fun like movies that Vinegar Syndrome has done, and the practical effects in them are killer, dude.
Yeah.
It's absolutely killer. Really, really gory stuff, especially in the second one.
So I mean, that's a pretty high recommendation too. I'm guessing like that they just standard editions in this. They look like it from the outside, but it doesn't say when you actually click on
Yeah,
the thing.
it's a standard edition. I actually don't think that they ever released these two individually with the slips. I think that I could be wrong on this, but I think the only way you got the slip was whenever they had it in that box.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
So,
yeah.
but those are like a number one recommendation for me as well.
So those have never been on sale like that to my knowledge. Um,
Not that cheap.
and then Subculture USA's Out of Order, which I have zero idea about what that is either.
I picked it up. For one, it comes with a slip still, which is nice, and it's getting kind of close to 1,000 copies. But it's a foreign, I think it's a German movie, and it's the classic trapped in an elevator.
Vader, yeah.
But like looking at the screen caps on their website, it has a real cool look to it. Kind of like almost reminds me of Thief.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
But just the coloring and stuff on it. But I had heard a lot of people kind of talking this movie up when just in my research earlier before I decided to pull the trigger on it. Like just some reviews online on Facebook, and even some people on the Discord said it was like really good. So I definitely went on there for that, especially for again $18. Like I didn't even know that they had put this out, but it's a partner label, so that would make sense as to why I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, I had never heard of this before, but you can't really go wrong with a killer elevator movie, one way or the other.
No, and like I said, take a look at some of the screen caps on there, and it just looks like it has a real cool vibe to it. I mean, if you're not into subtitles, I guess that would be a kind of a problem for some people, but I don't mind. It doesn't look like there's a dub on it, so it's just subtitles. But honestly, I'm not really that concerned about it. It's only 90 minutes too, which is
Yeah. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say though that this is the best day of the sale that they've had, which is what everybody was kind of hoping for too with these 4Ks.
yeah,
So, I mean, even if it does piss people off, like you've got a lot of really good options here to buy really cheap. So, somebody asked about recommendations. So, if I was going to recommend any of these movies, and these are ones that I've actually seen, of course, The Beastmaster, Summer of '84, I would recommend. Ebola Syndrome, but see, it's hard to recommend certain things like that because you have to be into a certain type of film. That film is not like family friendly. It's
no,
not. It's I don't know how to explain it, but it's a category 3 film, so you kind of go into it knowing there's going to be a lot of really severe,
yeah,
crazy stuff. Like,
yeah, it's really like pushing the boundaries of like your morals,
yeah,
like
yeah, it really is.
thing. But like, if you're okay with stuff like Cannibal Holocaust, I don't know why that one keeps coming up in my mind, or like the Untold Story,
Yeah,
things like
anything
that.
like that. Yeah,
Like then you'll like it, and it's definitely like lighthearted, like we said. For it's as lighthearted as a movie
it's
with
a
that
movie.
type
Yeah,
of shit in it.
yeah, that's true.
It's goofy, but it's definitely like non-PC, over the top, really gross stuff. But like, so it is hard to recommend it per se, but like it's one that I never thought would come out on 4K, and it does look really good.
It does. And then of course, Madman. I would like recommend that.
Mhm.
Um, and Schizoid X-Ray, I would recommend if you don't own that to get that, and also both the Scanner Cop movies. So pretty much everything on this sale, like, is a pretty big recommendation for me anyway.
Yeah, my top recommendation, um, if people have slept on the Scanner Cop ones, I would say go for those because, like I said, the practical effects are awesome and they're genuinely fun movies. They're not really like so bad it's good. They're just generally like fun in general. I wouldn't even say that they're like bad. They're cheesy, but they're not bad at all. They're worth watching. It's a great double feature because they both go together really well. I had a lot of fun watching both of those. So that would probably be like my number one, because as the underrated titles would be.
Yeah.
But then after that, I would say like if you don't have Beastmaster by now, that's like a given. Just
Yeah.
Beastmaster is, and that's a great release. It's a great slip.
It's crazy to me that still has 1,000 copies left, man. Like I would have never thought that. That's been out forever. It seems like.
I wonder
But
if they may have added more. Like,
I see. I swear to you, I feel like at one point they said that was the slipcover was sold out, and that's why I didn't pick it up for a long time. But maybe I'm crazy. I don't
I
know.
think you might be right on that, because I remember at first, like, it was even a surprise that there was even going to be a standard edition like that with a slip, because at first everybody thought once that magnet box was gone, it was going to be gone. And then
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, surprise! There's a standard slip edition," and that
Yeah.
was kind of the first time they did that, where they kind of put a standard up after that initial deluxe version sold out. Um, but the slip is great on that. The artwork on the back is really killer too.
Oh yeah.
And
I
it's
mean, I'll
great.
buy any decent 4K for $18 is a hell of a deal nowadays, man. Like if you're talking about these boutique labels, like you're not gonna get 4Ks for $18, like in any of them.
No,
So
not at all. I mean, this is like, as far as this whole week has gone with this sale, this is definitely the best day. Um, and
overall, though, it's been pretty disappointing.
yeah,
Like,
like I was about to say that. Like I didn't buy anything. I bought a couple. I got the two box sets. I got a Forgotten Gialli, and I got the Televised Terror.
yeah,
That's
you
the
didn't
only
get
other two
Keaton in
things.
Italy, even though I tried to get you to
No,
get
no.
Keaton in Italy, but you wouldn't.
And watch, I'll probably regret it now. That one's gonna go out of print, and then I'll be on Facebook bitching about it.
Yeah.
But
Um,
no, like, dude, I was expecting to buy a little more because that last $10 sale, I like went nuts. But
yeah.
during this, like, I only bought three, like those two box sets, I think one other title, and then today I bought three or four. But
Yeah.
I like didn't. The last couple of days were rough.
They were real bad, yeah. Like the regular Blu-rays with slips and stuff, and the standard edition ones that was awful kind of sales that they were trying to throw up there. So I'm glad they kind of made up for it with today.
Hmm.
I think I bought a couple of the box sets. I bought the Camille Keaton one and the Forgotten Gialli one, and then I bought Beastmaster was the only thing I bought in this sale because I owned everything else, unfortunately, or I would have bought the shit out of everything else that was on there had I not already paid full price for most of it. But um, other than that, I don't think I bought anything. What was the big one yesterday? It seemed like I bought one yesterday.
Unmasking
Um,
the Idol.
yes, so I bought that one, and that was the other one that I bought. Yeah,
That was one that I was surprised they had on there, kind of. And honestly, for today, I was kind of shocked at the titles that they selected for this today. Like, I kind of thought there might be some titles that were not as good.
I thought there'd be a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I thought it'd be like Vampire Woman versus Frankenstein, or like they had some 4Ks like that, like Terminal Island that
Yeah.
nobody was buying that I thought for sure was going to be
What's the
on
one with
there.
the dog on the cover? Primal.
Oh, Primal Rage.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't
Yeah,
seen that, but I figured that might be on there.
yeah. Death Rattle says save your money on this garbage and wait for the keynote sale, which that is coming up. But don't worry,
Yeah,
we're gonna hit that one as well. Don't worry.
that's going
Um,
to be the next big one for sure.
and Matt says he wants to know what my opinions are on Massacre at Central High because he knows that CK likes it. I love that movie. I saw it like the first time when Synapse put it out on the big edition that they released not too long ago, and I thought it was really really good. Completely different than what I was expecting it to be, but still really really good.
Yeah, I have not.
You've not seen that one either?
No,
Damn it, Matt. God
that's
damn
Kurt Central High. I got to put it on my list, I
it. Put on
guess.
your list. It's on Synapse. It'll cost you a fortune, but just go ahead and buy it.
That's true.
Joe Jack says the box set day was pretty good.
Yeah,
I agree with that too. That wasn't bad.
that's
I wasn't
probably
expecting that either.
that was probably the second best day. Besides this one, this was You know, the one with the box sets was a surprise because those are the regular price on those is like real high, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I was talking to Garrett about the Primetime Panic set, and that was a Fun City box set that's now
Yeah.
out of print. But they have the standard edition on there now that's like just a standard case with the 3 discs inside. And that I just finished watching the third movie out of that set the other day. It was Dreams Don't Die. Do you have that set?
No. Huh.
It's the one with like the black and white cover, and it's TV movies from the late '80s, I think it is.
No,
Um,
I don't think
so
so.
it's similar to the televised Terror set, which I keep getting the two mixed up. But Primetime Panic was the Fun City one, and man, that like I was talking to Garrett, like I said, and I think that might be one of the most underrated sets of 3 movies that I have in my collection. I really enjoyed all 3 of those, but Dreams Don't Die and Death Ride to Osaka, or AKA I think it's called Girls of the White Orchid, killer, like really killer movies. They're just TV dramas, really. But Death Ride to Osaka is like really brutal. Like there's some
Hmm.
real like surprisingly brutal shit in that movie for a TV movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I highly recommend anybody that wants to get that standard edition, like get that because it's definitely worth it. I don't think it was not on sale during this week, but it was on sale during the halfway to Black Friday sale because I think that's when Garrett got it. Um, but that's a high recommendation for me. And yeah, they are. Joe Jack says they're doing a volume 2, which is
Yeah.
definitely going to be one for me. But now, of course, Fun City is not a partner label with Vinegar Syndrome anymore, so you can still get their old titles on the Vinegar Syndrome site, but like going forward, you have to order them directly from Fun City's website, or they also have them on like Amazon and shit now. So
What the fuck is this guy going on about? Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a sale here. You know, we're gonna be buying stuff.
no, like
I don't agree with
it ain't
this though.
garbage.
That's the thing. Like, uh, there is a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff that is pure trash. I don't think anybody would argue with that. But then there's some stuff that, depending on what you like, depending on what kind of films you enjoy watching, like it actually like hidden gems a lot of
Yeah.
times in these too.
Well, that's why I say like I'm not gonna be a subscriber because I know that probably 60% of this shit is
Yeah.
stuff that I don't want to keep in or have
Yeah.
in my collection. So yeah, some of it is trash, but there are a lot of hidden gems, like I said before.
I mean, Annie Lee's meat pies, man. Like, who
Yeah,
in the fuck would ever thought that would be like something that I would want to watch?
I don't know how that wasn't on sale this week, man. Like it was on sale during that $10. Was it during the 10?
No, or I would have bought the hell
No.
out of it
Okay, that's
if
right.
it
It was
was. Yeah,
during that either. So like the only way I guess you're gonna get that at discount
they're
is for Black Friday.
they're standing firm on the Annie Lee's meat pies. They're like, no, you're going to pay full price because we know that like
They
you.
they heard some people started actually liking it.
Yeah,
Like, okay, we better just leave it at full price. But I'll get that maybe during Black Friday, depending on because don't forget, like we have what like 3 more months of releases,
yeah.
and then the Black Friday releases, which we still don't really know what it's going to be. So, but again, like I said, I might not be getting those day one. Like I might be waiting until they're discounted because I got too much to watch.
I know, me too. Joe says nothing to do with this sale, but have you heard any updates on Trick or Treat or the Hitcher? No, I haven't heard anything about either one of those.
They're
If we
work-
hear anything, it'll probably be about Trick or Treat more so than the Hitcher.
they're working on them. I mean, they're not. I don't think there's anything wrong or going on, but they're just taking their time. I know that. I think they said, didn't they say Trick or Treat? They were hoping to have it out by the end of this year, but they're
Yeah,
not. They're
I
no,
was thinking they would shoot for October, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that.
yeah, it's like no promises, but they're trying to get it out by the end of the year. And the Hitcher, I know they're still. I don't know if that'll be out by the end of the year. I kind of doubt it. It'll probably be early next year, but that's that's gonna be a day one
Yeah,
for me.
but I've got to get back to work, Bull. So eventually they're going to be like, "What the fuck?" So It's been good talking about this. I think that this is the best part of the sale. So if you like, I hope the recommendations help. There's a lot of good stuff on here if you don't own it. For $18, I would recommend that you buy it. This finally closes out this sale, and I mean, I think we're all kind of happy about that because it's been, except for today, kind of whatever. And now we can concentrate on the Arrow sale and the fucking Kino sale that's coming up and the other 50 sales that they're going to try to get us with.
Man, I haven't even looked at the Arrow sale yet. I don't even.
Don't look at it because you'll just, it's pretty good, actually, sadly.
But yeah, the big one for me is Kino. That's coming up like at the end, middle to the end of the month. So, and that's like 800 titles that you have to choose from, and you're bound to find at least 5 or 6 in there every time. And those are like $10 usually. So,
yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones on that. And that Martino collection I'm probably going to buy. That's on there. That's on sale too. So, that being said, though, check out all the sales. Check us out at Dead Pit, and we will continue to try to do stuff. Wes is back from vacation. I think he almost got murdered from what I can understand. So, things should be really interesting here in the near future. There's a round table on Sunday. So, if anybody wants to be in that, that's coming up for patrons. And that's all I can think of right now. So I'm going to get us the hell up on out of here. And thanks, Matt, for coming in.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Good talking to you about this.
See you guys at the next sales.
See ya.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do.
I want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested.